I'm going to promote you. You're going to promote me. You don't want to be promoting in a vacuum. You want to promote to other people and collaborate with other people because they will share the tweet. If you guys are on Twitter, you have Twitter over there, I think, right?
Absolutely. We're big on Twitter.
Let's go, Dr. Steven.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, once I create a lead, once somebody says, hey, I'm interested, you need to move into sales. The funnel, basically the funnel starts dripping down. The top of the funnel is very, very wide when I'm marketing. Remember, the first thing I'm doing is marketing. My idea is this big. My marketing needs to be as big. Okay. I'm going to start marketing, yelling, screaming, talking. Okay. And leads are going to come in. Now the funnel is going to start getting smaller and smaller. I'm interested. I'm not interested. I'm semi-interested. I'm not interested today, but later. What do you have right now? Now they enter the sales cycle. This is where you have to become an expert at selling. This is one of the things that there's probably 3 things I'm great at. I'm not great at everything. Selling is one of the things. I humbly will tell you, I am the greatest sales trainer, living sales trainer in the world today. I know more about selling as a mechanical, a science, than any other human being on the planet. In fact, we created a program called Grant Cardone Sales Training University. It's Cardone U. It's Cardone University, cardoneuniversity.com. And that platform has had over 55 million logins from real estate agents, financial planners, online. Tremendous amounts of information from understanding buyer psychology to professional sales strategies, how to stay motivated, how to handle disappointment, discouragement, rejection, how to handle internet lead response, advanced closing and negotiation tactics that are particularly specific to real estate and very complicated transactions, how to handle an incoming call, how to make an outbound cold call, the fundamentals of selling, mastering the close. Like there's 1,500 segments of content there that will show you that when somebody says the price is too high or your commission's too high, or I'm just looking, I'm just thinking, I need to talk about it, I need to wait a while, I got to shop, all these objections that you hear, it will show you how to handle them in a way that you 10x your sales and you actually close more deals. This information's been used and is used today by Fortune 500 companies around the world. We've helped companies go from $5 billion to $10 billion. We have affected hundreds of billions of people. And or over the telephone. These are all sale components. So once I create a lead, once I have an idea, then I go market, then I create a lead. I want to turn that lead into a converted sale. I want to close a deal like you do, right? So sales and closing, these two things are talked about as one thing, okay? I want you to write this down. Do not think about sales and closing as one thing. It is actually 2 separate sciences. I get paid for the phone. I can sell the phone. Oh, it's this big, it does this, it has this much memory, it's got the best camera in the world on it. But when I'm talking about the phone, I cannot close on the phone. I could, by the way, close on the phone without selling the phone today in the 21st century. I could literally close on the phone without selling the phone if the customer was already sold. Many of you miss the close because you sell it, you miss the close. Okay, so let's say I'm showing a piece of property. I'm showing a $10 million piece of property and to Benedict. Benedict's looking at this $10 million hotel. And I'm like, Benedict, would you like to see, first of all, he's probably got some other information about it. I sent him a package. He saw it online. He researched it himself on a Google or some sort of search mechanism. He's done his own homework to show up with me and look at it. See, there's some time and distance between when I tell somebody, I'm like, Stephen, Dr. Stephen, come see this hotel with me. Okay, where is it? How big is it? How much is it? Man, it's beautiful. It's magnificent. It's in the heart of the city. It's 10 million cubic, whatever. And it's only $10 million. And the last time it sold, and here's the story, and he agrees when I'm promoting right now. When he agrees to come see it, there's distance between the two, right? In the distance, because of the internet, he could have filled that up with information. That information could be good information. It could be false information. Everybody agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
He could have done some research on the internet that confused him. He shows up to look at the piece of property. I don't know what's happened in this time between the sale of the appointment in order to sell the product. He might be completely convinced by the time he gets here that he's ready to buy it. How would you know that if you start selling? So when I meet him at the property, I'm gonna say, Dr. Stephen and his associate Benedict, his lawyer, have you guys done enough research on the property to already make a decision? Well, yeah, Grant, actually, we're very, very confident about this property. See, between the time when I told him about the property and I'm about to show him the property, he got enough information to know he wants to buy the property. And I will not know that if I start showing him the 274 rooms and every key and show him the income statement, the financial statement, the cost of the expenses and what happened with the property and the kitchen and the rooms and the toilets and the problems and this and the roof. And I miss the close. Okay, you probably, if you've been a broker for any period of time, you've probably heard people say, don't overtalk the sale. Once the sale is made, shut up and close. Okay, so I want you to add this question. This is a magical question I'm about to give you. Always ask your customer, your prospect, have you seen enough to make a decision? Have you heard enough to make a decision? Do you know enough to make a decision? If I'm showing the person a piece of property, Dr. Stephen, would you like to see the exterior or the interior first? Grant, I really just want to see the views in the pool. Excellent. I show him the views in the pool. I explain to him how magnificent the mountain region, the best views, the most expensive neighborhood, etc. And then I'm going to ask him, have you seen enough to make a decision? And he says, I've seen enough, but Benedict, his lawyer, says, I have not yet seen enough. I need to look at the financials. Now I know where to go and present. Selling is a presentation game. Closing is about the money game. Selling is about presenting features, benefits, and advantages. Selling is building value. Closing is not about selling.
At the age of 18, I read my first money book. And that started opening me up to the fact that it is possible to make it legitimately. You can do it. Do not let anybody deceive you otherwise. The only reason they will tell you it's not possible is because they want to enslave you and keep you on the ground. And the time is over. Let's do something different. Let's make a change. And we can do it. And we've started. And I need you on that journey. Who is going with me? Come on!
To that, we owe Dr. Stephen a thank you for putting on this event, for making it happen, for really investing in the community.
It's really inspired me and motivated me to want to build wealth, invest, and really take my business to a next level.
Take away from this festival is just listening to everyone's story. And so far, everyone's story has really been very impactful.
All this designer on my body got me drip, drip. Yeah, straight up.
One is study. I study 24/7. You know, like right now, you see this thing here? It's hooked up to this. And I'm on YouTube. I'm listening to some of the greatest teachers on earth. My friend is Jim Rickards. He wrote the book Currency Wars. I'm studying him right now. I'm studying Lacey Hunt, who was the head of the Dallas Federal Reserve Bank. And so what I'm saying, this gives you access to the best teachers on earth. Look at what's happening in America today. My stupid relatives. I have one stupid effing relative who's 28 years old. He's going for his second PhD, living in the basement of his mother's house in Hawaii because he can't find a job. And the more that idiot gets his PhDs, the fewer jobs he's going to get. That's how stupid the Japanese are. They think that if you get a PhD, you'll be richer. No, get an iPhone and listen to YouTube. And it's free. It's free. Listen to the greatest capitalists and teachers on earth. You can also listen to the greatest revolutionaries if you want, or the greatest homosexuals if you want, or the greatest angry people if you want. But I'd rather listen to capitalists. So I was listening to Jim Rickards this morning, Peter Schiff, all these guys, George Gammon. They're all friends of mine. And we talk, we have a good time. We make a lot of money. And I still get attacked for being a racist, which I don't know. I was called a white supremacist. I looked in the mirror and said, no, I'm still not white. But anyway, Dr. Akintayo, the number one thing is hang out with rich people. I hang out only with rich people. I have a hard time when a person wants to tell me they can't find a job. I'm going, well, maybe God's telling you something. Maybe you should be an entrepreneur. No, I got to have a job. I was, well, okay, then go get a job. But I can't find a job. I said, well, God's telling you something. You know, there's going to be fewer and fewer high-paying jobs, is what I'm saying. But this thing here will give you access on YouTube to some of the most stupid people on earth, but also some of the most smart people on earth. So choose your teachers wisely. And you have access, and it's free. You don't have to come out of school. In America today, I think student loan debt is $1.8 trillion or something like that.
Yeah.
So the millennial generation is screwed because they're so deeply in debt.
Yeah.
Because they went to school.
Yeah.
How stupid is that? Listen to Billionaire Habits.
Wow. Okay. Number two. So number one, you have to study billionaires and listen to them. Number two,
just not billionaires, smart people. This guy, Jim Rickards, he worked for a company called LTCM, Long-Term Capital Management. They almost brought down the world economy, just like 20 guys, because they bet on the Russian ruble, and Russian ruble went the wrong way. And who bailed them out was not the Federal Reserve Bank. Who bailed out Rickards was Wall Street. Wall Street said, hey, get your act together. So Rickards went on to work for the Defense Department and the CIA. He wrote the book Currency Wars, because today, as you know, Dr. Akintayo, we're in war. We're in war financially.
Yeah.
China's going to pound Taiwan.
Yeah.
But when China bombs Taiwan, probably in 2025, I'm going to get richer. You know why? Because the Taiwanese have already moved to Arizona. You see, but you got to pay attention. They don't teach you that in college. I went to military school, so I think, and I flew for the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
So I think like a military officer. So war is horrible, but you and I know China's either going to bomb Taiwan or they're going to take Japan. Either way, I'm going to get richer. Unfortunately, millions will die because, as you know, the communists have killed 130 million people over history. Communists, socialists, and Marxists have killed more people than anybody else.
Yeah.
And they murder people. That was Stalin, Lenin, Mao, Hitler. And so Biden is a communist, as we all know. And they funded the police in America. They opened the southern borders of America. They cut down, they stopped the Keystone Pipeline, and he left $90 billion of weapons in Afghanistan so they can wipe out Israel. I mean, it's horrible what's going on today. But that's why I just became a capitalist. America is now socialist. It's now Marxist. And it starts in our school systems.
Wow. Okay. So number one, learn daily. Number two, hang out with smart people and rich people.
No, study
Uh,
them. Study them.
Study them. And
Yeah.
then number three, yes, well, we're waiting for number three.
What was that?
Number three, habits that you think people want to become billionaire must have. What's the number three one? Number one, is learn daily. Number two, hang out with rich people. What will
It's
you
not
do?
hang out. No, please hold on to me. I don't hang out with Jim Records,
Yeah.
but I study it. He and I write
Study.
books together because we study. I know people hate him, but Donald Trump's a really good friend of mine.
Okay.
We study together.
Okay.
Okay. I know people hate him. His sons are great guys. It's better than Hunter Biden, who's a criminal. You know, the two Trump boys, Don Jr. and Eric, they're smart young men.
Yeah, they are.
But the socialists hate him. So you've got to rise above all that. So, I mean, Trump knows more about money than Biden does. Hunter Biden's a thief. So you can study Hunter Biden's stealing ways, or you can study Don Jr. and Eric Trump's ways. But I don't just hang out, I study. So I go on this thing here. I was driving over here. I'm tapped in via my phones. I'm listening to my friend Jim Records. He and I are going to write a book together. But I don't just hang out. I study. I don't waste my time. Time is the most valuable thing I got.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something, being Black and I'm Japanese, you got to get over this race crap. You know what I mean? This thing here, Steve Jobs gave us the greatest equalizer possible. The internet gave us the greatest equalizer possible.
Yeah.
But if you're still holding on that the white man hates you, they hate you. Because you are racist against yourself. Like, I don't like being Japanese.
The Global Wealth Festival has been the ultimate destination for wealth creation knowledge for years. We've had gurus like Ryan Serhant, Grant Cardone, John Maxwell, Dan Locke, and Brian Tracy. These are the minds that have graced our Global Wealth Festival stage. But it's not just about the names, it's about the knowledge, the inspiration, the life-changing connections you make. Imagine yourself in that crowd, surrounded by like-minded individuals, hungry for success, learning from the best in the business, and discovering new opportunities. This is your chance to be part of something extraordinary. The Global Wealth Festival is back again. Are you ready to rewrite your story? Tickets are selling fast. Visit www.stevenakintayo.com/GWFUSA to get your tickets now.
Top of mind. I'll give you an example. So help me out. If I was to name a category of a product, okay, and I want you to, without thinking, very quickly put in the chat the first brand that comes to your mind. Okay, I'm gonna name a certain type of product. Right, we're gonna play this game here, and I want you to type very quickly, without thinking, without filter, the quickest brand that comes to your mind. Okay, you ready? Here we go. No, I'm just gonna name a category first. Coffee. What brand comes to mind? Victor, Starbucks. 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 Let's see. Starbucks. Okay. If I was to say hamburgers, what brand comes to mind? Hamburger. What comes to mind? McDonald's, 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 McDonald's. Great. If I was to say running shoes, what comes to mind? Nike, 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 Adidas, a lot of Nike. There you go. What if I was to say fried chicken? What comes to mind? Fried chicken, what comes to mind? KFC, KFC. I said a lot of KFC. Perfect. Now, what have you learned from that exercise? It means this. For all of us, for most of us, and I can go down this rabbit hole. If I say hamburger, you say McDonald's, right? If I say, okay, give me the second brand that comes to mind. Let's say hamburger. Give me the second brand that comes to mind. Go ahead, put a check. So hamburgers, McDonald's, second brand. Burger King. How about the third brand that comes to mind? I see Wendy's. Wendy's. What about the fourth brand? Maybe KFC, Chicken Republic. Don't know. Bingo. That's it. Victor, you answered perfectly. For most of us, for every category that we buy in our lives, we pretty much only remember 2 or 3 brands. It means if you are not in that top or 3 brands, categories for your prospects, for your category products and services, you do not exist. They don't even remember you. They will not think of you when they want to buy. In other words, if you're not first, you're last. So if you're selling real estate, if someone says real estate in your category, in your city, does your name pop up first? Did they think of you first? Because that's how we think. We associate some sort of brand with a product, with a service, for all of us. Right? Let me ask you a question. How many of you brush your teeth in the morning? Hopefully we all do. Put in the chat, right? You all brush your teeth in the morning, right? And it's not a fun. It is not a funny question. It is. You notice when you go into buying a toothpaste, how many of you buy the same brand again and again? Put in the chat. How many of you buy the same brand and again and again? Yeah. How long have you been using that brand? Tell me. Put in the chat. How many years you've been using that brand? 10 years. Since you were little. 10 years. All your life. 15 years. So many years. Now, when you go into the store, there are different brands of toothpaste. Yes or no? Yeah. Why did you only pick the one that you've been using for a long time? Because in your mind, you associate the toothpaste that you've been using your whole life. That's the brand that I use. That's the brand that I buy. You don't actually pay attention to anything else. True? Even though they're all there. No, just I grab the ones I want. It's the same thing when people buy from you. They do not see anything else because those brands don't get their attention. This brand gets their attention. Gets your attention, you buy the same toothpaste. And I could name across the board, it is exactly the same. The type of drink that you drink, the type of food that you buy, the type of brand that you wear, you buy the same thing, mostly likely again and again and again. Sometimes when we're traveling, yeah, we vary them up and things like that, but most of the time, we are creatures of habits. So in other words, this is what it means, how it translates to your business. Your prospects have certain types of behaviors and habits, and they're creatures of habits as well. They buy a certain way. They do not change that behavior suddenly, not go from not buying to buying from you, without first you break them out of the mode, shake them a bit, and get their attention with their content and being visible. So they will now think of you, okay, you are the top person for this. You are the top person for solving this problem. You are the top person for this category. Does that make sense? Is this sinking in? Are you getting value from this? Right? And that's a game that we play. This is why I said we are in the media business. We're in the media business. So then at the next level, you have what I call celebrity. And that's the level that Dr. Stephen is at. Right? What does that mean? It means now the table has turned. It means you're no longer fighting to get attention. Now it's the other way around. People fight to get your attention. Because you've got so much attention in the marketplace, now you have more opportunities coming to you than you don't know what to do with. Now you have more people calling you. They want to buy from you, cannot handle them all. Right? Whatever you sell, sold out. There's so much demand. Why? Because you've gathered so much attention. Now you can have the most powerful asset in life, and that is a thing called choice. Now you're no longer begging, chasing, and pushing. No, no, no. Now you are selecting. You are cherry picking who you want to work with. Now you can do business on your own terms. Now you can dictate the way to take your price. Because you're like, well, you don't like my price, don't buy, don't care. Go with somebody else. Because there are 100 people lining up to buy from you. So it's okay if you don't think this is not within your budget. See, you're not desperate, you're not eager. Does that make sense? Right? Why? Because you achieve that status in your marketplace.
Life isn't always easy. For many, it starts with challenges, setbacks, and the harsh reality of poverty. But within every struggle lies the seed of potential, waiting to be nurtured. Imagine waking up every day with a dream so vivid, it fuels you to push beyond your circumstances. Every obstacle is a lesson. Every setback is a stepping stone. The journey from poverty to success is paved with hard work, perseverance, and a relentless belief in oneself. Today, we gather the brightest minds, industry leaders, and visionaries from around the globe to explore the future of wealth creation and financial empowerment. From investment insights to entrepreneurial breakthroughs, this conference is your gateway to unlocking new possibilities. Welcome to the Global Wealth Festival 2024.
To that, we owe Dr. Stephen a thank you for putting on this event, for making it happen, for really investing in the community.
It's really inspired me and motivated me to want to build wealth, invest, and really take my business to a next level.
Visit www.stephenakintayo.com/GWF to book your site now.
I've already made 5 calls to people looking for a house just like yours. Yes, the buyer that we had before has canceled the contract, but the 5 people I've spoken to are all interested, and 2 of them already want to come tomorrow. No one hires you to be a messenger. No one hires me to be a messenger. That's not what we get paid for. That's not what we make all this money for. We get hired to solve problems, and the problems are clients backing out, deals falling apart, really, really terrible news, bad negotiations, whatever the situation may be. You get hired to, yes, deliver bad news, but deliver it with the solution already underway, because you are the best. You are the greatest real estate agent in your market, and you have the solution already. You are on top of it. So that's the good news sandwich. Secret number 5 is lead them to water, right? Brokers deal with indecisive clients all the time. Every client I have, they have no idea what they want. They are scared of making decisions because change is scary. They're scared about spending money. They're scared about selling. What should we sell? I don't know. I raised my babies in this house. What should I do? Clients are indecisive. So you have to lead them to water. And that indecisiveness takes up a lot of time, right? Energy. You're showing homes for days and days and days, and then they change their mind. No, I want to be over there. No, I want to go live down. Let's go to another country. No. It'll totally zap your spirit. Clients need to be led to water, or the sale will never happen. So you need to learn to lead the indecisive client by using push, pull, and persist. Those are my 3 Ps. Push, pull, persist. So when you have a client who can't make up their mind or who doesn't know what they want, to keep the deal moving forward, to keep the client moving forward, to keep the negotiation moving forward, always go back to those 3 Ps, okay? Push, pull, persist. And you can decide based on where the client's headspace is at. Am I going to push them to make a decision? And by pushing them, I'm telling them, I know it's hard to make a decision, but I know this property is the best one for you. But if you don't make a decision today, you're going to lose it because the other agent has 10 other buyers coming by 5 p.m. That's a push. Pull is you take the deal away from them. So you're saying, I know you love this property. I know it's great. I know it's scary to make a decision, but you know what? You don't have to make a decision. Let's drop it. He's selling it to somebody else already. It's fine. We'll go find another one. It'll be totally, you don't need this great house that you can afford, that you're super excited about. No problem. Let's move on. I don't think you should buy this anymore. Pull the deal away. And then you've got persist. Probably the trickiest, but to persist with people is to stay on top of them. Follow up, follow through, follow back. Those are my 3 F's. So you're persisting with them. If they want to drop their search because they're exhausted and they're tired, let's go back out tomorrow, 4 p.m. Or is 6 p.m. better for you? Never ask a question that someone can say no to. Always only give options. Very important. Persist, persist, persist. Keep them out there looking. Keep them motivated. Keep them excited. And keep clients focused on the end game. A lot of times in our business, clients get so confused. They get so overwhelmed. They don't remember why they even started looking to buy or looking to sell in the first place. Keep them focused on the end game. Remember, you're moving to a bigger place. Remember, your wife is going to be so happy with that other house. Remember, your kids are going to love you. Whatever the end game is, keep clients focused. Okay? Persist. So that's lead them to water. Push, pull, persist. And to persist, you're doing follow up, follow through, and you're following back all the time. All the details in this, by the way, just so you know, they're all in our course, the Sell It Like Sirhan course. You can find it at ryansirhan.com/course. And you can also get them in my book, Sell It Like Sirhan, or you can watch our vlog on YouTube. The 6th secret, my final secret that I'm going to give you, is you need to tell a tale. Everyone loves a good story. And this is especially true in real estate, right? And there are studies, like scientists have actually documented that math supports this. For example, there was a musician named Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday lived in an apartment in a building I was selling on the Upper West Side of Manhattan in New York City. Another broker had tried selling the house and no one wanted to buy it. It was a good deal, it was fine, but no one cared. I found out when I was hired that Billie Holiday actually lived in one of the apartments. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make this the Billie Holiday building. I'm going to get attention and I'm going to get focus on this building because Billie Holiday lived here. And so I built up a story about it. I learned to use facts about the house to create a story, and I learned to create a story based on what the clients wanted. For example, the client has kids and loves baseball. Tell a story describing the baseball games that they'll be able to have in their huge backyard, and you will sell more. So trust me, these 6 tactics really, really, really work. And I honestly believe that sales is an art. Becoming skilled in the art of sales has changed my entire life, but I practiced. And when I learned about the wow moment, I practiced it so I could use the tactic to finesse a deal anytime I wanted to or needed to, and it worked. And I just want you to remember, the business of sales is constantly evolving, and you need to evolve with it. Basketball players, they spend 80% of their time practicing and 20% of their time in the game. But for some reason, salespeople, you and I, we spend 90% of our time in the game, and we only practice because they're forced to or when something goes wrong, right? So that's why we created this online sales program, the Sell It Like Sirhan program, where you can practice your craft, learn to sell better, and go even further into what I just taught you about the 6 secrets, plus so much more.
Hi, my name is Maria Balogun Israel.
Ibrahim Brahman, I'm a property investor.
And I just want to thank Dr. Stephen Akintayo and all the guest speakers.
Little did I know I'd be in the room with billionaires.
I was on the panel, I'm able to share my story, which from feedback people have taken inspiration from. But the big thing about this event is not just about inspiration, it's about turning that inspiration into action.
Inspired me and motivated me to want to build wealth, invest, and really take my business to a next level.
And my opinion has changed 360 degrees. So I'm giving you a very honest opinion. And the reason why, because the host, Dr. Stephen, he has put on a fabulous event. And every speaker that has spoken into my life.
Opportunity, and I appreciate you all so much.
Thank you, Dr. Stephen.
So much for this opportunity. God bless you.
To be here and to be able to share this with you all right now.
Visit www.stephen